Hello everybody, welcome to Sensible Fitness, and in today's video I'll be giving you 5 tips to longevity in nutrition. Tip number 1, cook your own food. Cooking your own food is probably the best advice that I can give you in terms of nutrition. First of all, learning how to cook is just a very useful skill to have in your entire life. Secondly, in today's life, anytime we want a certain food, be it a pizza, burger, a cake, pasta, whatever, we just pull out our favorite food delivery apps and we get it home. Right? There's no effort actually put in. Sit on our couches and we just get the food that we want to eat and then we eat it. There's no effort being spent there. There's no calories being spent. When you're cooking your own food, first of all, you'll actually be burning calories because you'll have to do a lot of things to cook your favorite food. So you will be burning more calories than just ordering food from outside. Two, that effort that you will have to put in just to cook your own food, and I'm not just talking about just the process of cooking, I'm also talking about going out, buying the ingredients, making sure that the ingredients are fresh, and putting all together. That in and of itself is a huge amount of effort. And let's be honest, most of us are very lazy. I know I am, right? And as much as I like eating cake, I hate making it, right? And that was one of my favorite things, and that was one of my favorite things before. But forcing myself to actually cook my own food instead of just buying it outside almost brought me off of cake. And this is just a personal story. It may not exactly be that way for you, but in general, I learned how to bake, and also I kind of pushed myself off of, you know, chocolate cake and stuff like that onto more healthier foods. Of course, third, cooking your own food over the long term, especially when you start learning what ingredients you actually like to eat, how you like your food to be flavored, etc., it's going to help you to no end because you will know how to cook and you will know how different ingredients, how different spices work, and that will help you to no ends. Point number 2, don't force yourself to eat something just because it's described as healthy. Essentially, when it comes to nutrition, what matters are nutrients. It's not the foods per se, but the nutrients and the quality of the nutrients that you're ingesting. Right? For example, let me take one of the foods that I hate. I hate capsicum. I just don't like the way it tastes. I hate the texture of it. I hate the flavor. I don't like it. So I don't eat capsicum. I don't force myself to put it on foods that I don't like. And essentially, what I did when I started out was I figured out what nutrients capsicum has, and I found a way, and I found other ingredients with these nutrients to kind of substitute for capsicum. Because end of the day, it's what matters is that you get your nutrients in. You don't need to get it from a particular fruit or a particular vegetable. You can get it from anything. As long as you get your nutrients in, you are cool. So if you don't like any particular ingredient, don't have it. There are hundreds of different fruits and vegetables out there, right? I'm sure you would like at least 10 of them, right? You can take one of those fruits or vegetables and you can use them instead. Point number 3, learn how to flavor your food. Now, kind of carrying on from point number 2, if you don't like a particular food, especially if it's cooked in a particular way, try messing with the flavors, which is where point number 1 comes into it. If you know how to cook, you will know how to play around with food. And one of the greatest examples I can give of this is using eggs. Now, when I used to cook with eggs, I would just use basic salt and pepper, and that was fine. I really enjoyed it, but it wasn't really very tasty. It was sort of bland, and it wasn't really what I was used to, especially since I used to eat a lot of processed stuff. So I started messing with the flavors. I started putting different flavors in. I started putting different spices in. And if you're like me, if you're Indian like me, you live in the land of spices. So there's no reason not to learn and not to play with different spices when cooking your own food. And playing with different flavors, adding different spices, adding different ingredients to your foods will help to bring out different flavors. Maybe even cooking different foods, and maybe even the way that you cook your foods can change the way they taste. A great example of this is capsicum. I absolutely hate capsicum unless it's grilled. I don't know why, but when it's grilled and when it's charred, capsicum is okay for me. Doesn't mean I like it, but I can at least eat it. So learn different ways of flavoring your food, learn different ways of cooking your food. because that will give it a different taste, that will give it a different texture, and who knows, you may like that new taste, you may like that new texture, and you may actually find a dish that you can eat for the rest of your life, which is the aim, is to find dishes and to find foods that you can eat for the rest of your life, that you can happily eat for the rest of your lives. Tip number 4: eat, don't drink your calories. Now, this is mainly towards fat loss, but it can apply in general life as well. When people are going for fat loss, when people are trying to lose weight pretty quickly, you will see a lot of these ads that goes, "Oh, drink this green muck, and you will lose 10 kgs in 2 days," and stuff like that. Right? If you're going on a diet, you're going to be eating less than usual, which means you will be more hungry than usual. Logically speaking, you want to make sure that your stomach is full, which means you want to be eating more solid food and not having as many liquids, because solid food will stay in your stomach longer, and solid food is more satiating than liquid foods. Instead of having kale juice, just eat kale on its own. Right? It will satiate you, it will stay in your stomach a lot longer, it will make you feel full. And unlike juices, raw kale does not have as many calories. Especially, and this is more towards fat loss than anything else, try to eat and not drink your foods. If there's any way, like instead of having mango juice, just have a mango raw. Example, instead of drinking fruit juices, just eat the fruit. Instead of drinking orange juice, just eat an orange. And instead of drinking mango juice, just eat a mango. Right? So especially for fat loss, your best advice I can give you in terms of nutrition, in terms of longevity in nutrition, is to eat and not drink your calories. And point number 5, take it slow. As I've said in the previous 2 videos, even for longevity in nutrition, the key in life is to take it slow. Now, don't throw yourself to diets. I have seen so many people just throw themselves into diets, just go, I'm going to follow this diet, I'm going to eat it all the way, eat stuff, be miserable, and then just drop the diet, drop health, just go, I'm never going on any other diet, I'm just going to be fat, I'm just going to be unhealthy, I'm just going to eat crap for the rest of my life. Right? Now, can you go on one of those diets and lose weight, gain muscle, be healthy? Sure, if you have a lot of motivation, yeah, I suppose you could. But let's just be honest for a second here. Most of us do not have that kind of motivation. I know I don't. And if you're being honest with yourself, most of you don't have that kind of motivation. So if you're going to do something long term, it should be something that you like to do. It should be something that you can actually enjoy doing. And more importantly, even if it is a little bit difficult, it should be something that is convenient for you to do. Don't put a time limit on health. Don't say I'm going to become healthy in the next 8 weeks, or else that's it, I'm going to be unhealthy till the day I die. Don't put a time limit on health. Take your time with it, because it definitely does take a lot of time to figure out the perfect foods, the perfect ingredients for you. It definitely takes our time to find out how you like each and every ingredient to be cooked. It definitely takes time to find out what kind of foods you like, what kind of foods you don't like, and it definitely takes time to actually build and figure out a good, healthy diet filled with different foods and dishes that are not only healthy but are also good enough and tasty enough for your particular palate. That takes a lot of time. So give yourself that time. Don't rush yourself and tell yourself that you have to do this in a few weeks. That is just absolutely foolish. Give yourself time and you will have longevity in nutrition as well. You will, in the long term, thank yourself for it. You will, 20 years from now, know what is healthy for you more specifically, and that will make you a lot more happier than just jumping into a diet or trying to do something way too quickly. And that's it. Those are 5 tips for longevity in nutrition. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked it, then like the video. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, topic ideas on which I can do a video, please leave those in the comments. Share and subscribe to the video. Tell your friends that there's a personal trainer giving out simple, sensible, easy to digest information on YouTube. If you're here and you like other stuff, please do check out the K2A podcast. Please check out the Basic Trouble podcast, where our first episode should be out now. So do go check that. And if you're free, and if you like gaming, if you like JRPGs and stuff like that, do go check out my personal gaming channel as well. It's called That Indian Gamer. All the links, of course, will be down in the description. So please do that. Please do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.